Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy Shade T Mac back here again. Today I ain't really ain't got a toolbox tour or nothing in particular to kind of talk about. But I did have I read all my comments. I appreciate the people that leave comments, whether they negative or positive. You can get a little good out of something bad. You can get a little bad out of something good. So it don't bother me about people leaving their opinions. But I had a lot of people, commenting me, asking me, you know, well, really just telling me about, OSA make tool rails and how convenient the tool rails is and all that. And I get that. I mean, to each his own. They'll see me struggling trying to pull a socket out of there. If I grab the socket and I pull it straight up, first of all, these are the Harbor Freight tool rails, the metal ones with the little clips that everybody except me hates. But if I go to pull this socket out, and it's stuck, people think that it bothers me. Well, it's a way you can pull them out. You just, you push them to the side. That's with all of them. But if you try to pull straight up on it, it's hard to get it out of there. People see me struggling with it and they think, oh man, it's a better tool rail. I'm not in and out of this box every day. I work out of it here of late pretty good, but I'm not in and out of this box every day. So this tool rail is not aggravating to me, first of all, let me tell you, tell y'all what kind of person I am. I don't wake up every morning asking God to change the world so it'll be a better place for me. I wake up every morning asking God to change me in this world so I can be a better place for it. I mean, a better person for it. I feel like God will change me quicker than He would change the world for me. Because there's somebody out there like it. It's 1,000 millions of people out there like it, and they praying to God to keep it the same. And it's probably 1,000 or 1,000,000 of them like me asking God to change me in it. So that's the kind of guy I am. I ain't gonna wake up in the morning asking God to bless me with a Mustang or with a Corvette. I'm gonna ask God to bless me to go get it, with the mindset and the opportunity to go get it. Cause you ever know if your father or your mother give you something, it's a lot of people now. This ain't for everybody. It's a lot of people out there that cherish things that people give them. There's a lot of people out there that can't appreciate things that people gave them because they didn't do it themselves. And I get a lot of appreciation out of either way. If I get something, somebody gives me something, I take it, I cherish it, I make it better. That's just the kind of guy I am. And we're gonna get down into the video. The reason why I'm talking this way is I ain't the type of guy to nag and complain. And if my drawers is in a wad, I take my hand, find me a corner, and I pull them out. That's just me. I ain't walk around all day mad because my drawers in a wad. So it's a lot of people. I see a lot of people do that, and I mean it's 24 hours in a day. And if you lose 8 of them complaining, you ain't destroying nobody's day but yours. Take them drawers out your ass. You know, that's sort of a metaphor, but a funny way of putting it. And like I said, I ain't really got no toolbox tour. I know y'all like looking at ratchets and y'all like looking at this lunatic with all these damn ratchets, and y'all will say, what the hell you need all that for? Well, I mean, why not? Why not? I'm not going around at night stealing them. I'm not going around by day begging and borrowing them. I mean, they're mine. Every one of them paid for. I don't owe no tool truck. I don't owe nothing. I only go get up in the morning. I go on YouTube. I watch me a couple of videos. I find a tool that I like. Somebody showing off on their page, and I go on eBay and say, I wonder, can I find that tool? And if I find this high, I don't buy it. My patience is everything. Patience is virtue, man. I mean, it's everything. And these ratchets, I ain't go at no one time and just say I want this and bam, I got it. Now that's about a couple of years of accumulation. And I just didn't go out and pay $800-900 on 30 ratchets. That's by accumulation. A lot of them I got from upgrades where I had dated tools, like up there. Had dated tools and I upgraded my tools. And I'm not just gonna throw away my tool just because I upgraded. I shove it over to the side of the box, add the other one in there. Just like when these flex heads came out. I wasn't gonna throw away my locking straight ratchet just because I bought a flex head. No, I just shoved it over in the box. And a lot of people look at these tools and say, well, you don't use your tools clean. Let me show you this. That's a polishing cloth. My tools are being used every day. Those that I can't fix or need parts, that's a parts bucket. That right there is part bucket. This right here. That's what, and most of my tools, except for this top row of ratchets, and a few in here, are used. I mean, the only thing I bought new basically was the gear wrench and most of my Duralast soft grip that you don't see every day. The rest of this stuff was secondhand off YouTube. And I mean, if I wanted to go out and buy them brand new, I would have. I would have. I bought this set here brand new. But guess what? I found it at a dirt cheap. So, hey, I pieced together each and every one of these from a pawn shop. All the Craftsman. You know you can't find brand new USA Craftsman unless you buy new old stock. And I'm not going to pay that appreciated value that they have for these Craftsmen. I'm not going to pay that for them. I paid like a couple dollars a piece for them at various pawn shop, yard sales, you name it. In a secondhand store, thrift stores, I was it. I bought them. And again, this gear wrench set right here, it wasn't a brand new set. I bought all the big ones individual. The little ones, I may have stumbled across a set of 8 at Tractor Supply when they run their little sale, which is 3/8 to 3/4. All these are standards, by the way. 3/8 to a 3/4, 8-piece set, 5-piece set, however they had for $11. Bought 2 of those, and that spin off all that. And, you know, they gonna up to more of my pawn shop. And those there are sale. Bought those off eBay. Not a set. Individual. People buy them and they had it extra. And I $6-7. Bam. Got them. Walmart. Big Lots. Walmart. Pawn shop. eBay. So, man, people make a big deal. All these are new now. I bought all those brand new. That you don't find power tools in good shape in pawn shops. Too hot, you know. I mean, every now and then you stumble across one, but you can't get enough of them to have to really gain no ground. So I bought all those brand new, and a lot of them my kids got me for my birthdays and Father Days and Christmas, and my wife's Father Days, birthdays, and Christmas. And get me a set down here. Yeah, and then again this here set here. These sets like this here, these old BS Craftsmen that I love, but useless because of the ergonomics of the boxes. Useless. And the rest of these are specialty tools, and like I said, I bought those at yard sales. People bought, changed their power steering pump, didn't need them no more, did a brake job, didn't want them no more, did pulley job, didn't want them no more. I bought those sets. These are here. You know, I got this at Lowe's and had to add on to them, and got this here on eBay. But just to make a point, I really didn't have a point, but just to make a point of the reason why that I have this many tools and the reason why. Well, this is storage, you know. And I look at it like this. Minus what you give for the tools. If you got the money, you go out and you buy you every snap-on tool on the truck. I mean, go for it, man. I mean, that's your money. I don't get on here never ever and try to tell people what to do with their money. I tell you what I do with my money. I don't tell people what don't make sense. I tell you what don't make sense to me. So if I get on here and I say I ain't gonna buy a $10,000 toolbox, I'm saying that for me. I can't justify buying a $10,000 toolbox. One is because I'm only gonna use it for storage, and this stuff like I'm sitting here a week at a time before I touch any of it. I mean, the lawnmower don't break down every day. My trucks don't break down every day. And when I come out here to do a mod on my Hummer or a mod on my other trucks or something like that, that's mainly when I use these tools. Most of the time, if my vehicle is down, it's an alternator or something like that, and more likely I got tools on the truck that I already fixed that, and if I get where I can't get an angle on a certain bolt or something like that, I come in here, and that's why I got multiple extensions. I don't want to lose this out in the yard somewhere and then it shut me down because I don't got another 11-inch, quarter-inch extension. So, and you can find these in the pawn shop, dime a dozen, no matter what name brand it is, it's an extension. You know, you're only gonna use it the longer you buy it, the less torque you'll put on. I found out that you put more torque on the shorter extension than you do a long one because more than likely that bolt is out of reach. You can't put a lot of torque on it, and the person that put it in there, and I buy my vehicles used now. I ain't talking about factory specs. But the person that put that or replaced that, they couldn't get a lot of torque too, so that boat ain't just gonna be super tight. So if you can get a long extension on there, more than likely you ain't gonna put a lot of torque on longer extension. And that boat wide open, where everybody could see it and get to it, yeah, that'll be pretty tight. But if it's something in a hole, it ain't gonna be that tight. They can't put torque on it, you can't put torque on it. But pliers and, you know, I had a point, y'all, and I done lost it. I can't remember. I had a point, but I didn't have a point. I was really just getting y'all caught up on what I'm doing and what I've been up to lately. The reason I haven't made any more videos, I went out of town to see one of my uncles that's pretty old, that's life winding down, It's sad to say, but, he ain't sick or nothing. He may live to be 90, But realistically, time winding down. I may not get to see him again, so I over 400 miles drove and went out to see him, and he was glad to see me. Probably hadn't seen him in like 10 years, but he was glad to see me, and there was nobody dead. That's the biggest thing. Man, get out and see them people. Don't wait till they sick. See them in their best health, their best strength. That way you can have good memories of it. I hate closing my eyes, visualizing somebody that I missed, and the only thing that I could play back in my memory is them laying in a casket. But let me show y'all what I really cranked up this video for. Everybody know that been following my channel that I've been working on a 92 Ford pickup. It's gold. I know y'all looking at the grass right now. I don't want to ruin my surprise. It's gold, and then it's got the V8, all that extended cab, 92 Ford pickup. And I got to looking at this one. This is my first the first 92 pickup I had. And yeah, I took the bottles off. The bottles are side by side. It worked. We got it tricked out. with all our tanks and welding machines on it. So I could turn my truck back into a pedestrian truck. And I decided to keep this box because I use this truck box now as a tool storage. And sorry about the noise. I live beside the road, so I just have to look over. I let the trucks pass, then I'll finish what I'm talking about. Yeah, I use it as a storage. And you see that block underneath that toolbox? It's a reason for that. Well, this low profile toolbox, they don't have the strength that the other boxes have. And if you see that crack, runs all the way up into the lid. And sort of, let me see if you can see. See how that bend in there? Yeah, it's breaking. So I stuck that 4x4 in there. I got one back here that I'm gonna cut that's treated. And I'm gonna unbolt the box, sit it down on it, and then go back with it. I started to do it early on, but I didn't think that it had enough weight to break it with it. I really was hoping it didn't, and it did. It broke it. But I got to looking at this truck, and I kind of like this one better. Single cab, it's got the 6-cylinder, the straight 6 in it, and you can work on it a lot easier than you can that V8. Is sort of, you know, all over the place. It fills up the whole engine bay, when this one here only sits dead center. And it's everything that you need to get to, you can get to it. And plus, this motor is a lot more reliable than that 5.0, even though that 5.0 is a very, very reliable motor. It is not reliable as this, in my opinion, as the straight 6 is. So I got to thinking, I was like, well, maybe I don't need both of the trucks. And you know that straight 6 is a gas hog. So I said, saying, I need something smaller where I can just, you know, do my pawn shopping and thrift stores. I like to go to places like that. And a lot of times, those places share parking lots with other vehicles, with other businesses. And that parking lots, the spaces tend to be a little smaller. So I had a hard time, like the Lincoln, if I drive it there, it's kind of hard parking it. It's a big truck. I hear a lot of people complain about, you know, how big it is. I have to fold the mirrors up to keep people from bumping into the mirror. But it takes up the whole entire lane. And the Hummer, it's a gas hog. So, I mean, and plus I got my mud tires on it. They expensive. I don't want to drive 70 or 80 miles on those tires and wear them out quicker. I like the purpose of it. I use it for trail riding, back roads, so I like it, and I want to get the most out of every centimeter of them tires I possibly can. But this right here, the Ford fucking Ranger. This is what I got rid of my project truck for. And this truck here is a 2002 Ford Ranger XLT. It's black in color. It's 4-wheel drive. It's already factory lifted. And I added the tires, the Toyo tires on it, all terrain. Only problem with it is that it doesn't have air at the moment, and the hood is kind of, if you're nitpicking, the hood is kind of faded, but it ain't gonna bother me none. It's a truck. Yeah, but this truck was farther along far as fixing up than the 92 Ford extended cab that I had. And plus it was an extended cab, and I'm a bigger guy. I ain't real tall, 5'11", 5'10"-ish, but I'm a bigger guy, 250 pounds. I ain't just a fat guy, just a bigger guy. And I tend to like this truck more, especially now that extended cab is nothing for I'm gonna ride 4 people or something like that. Now you're gonna keep 2 people in here unless it's kids, and it just gives you more room in the cab, because you can see it's my seat is let back farther than this pillar is, and I can just about look at that back window. Like I said, I ain't a real tall guy, I'm just under 6 feet, 250 pounds. But you see that? I already made a home for my cooler. I'm gonna show y'all a cheap trick that I did. If you own guns, you know with every gun you're gonna get this little cable here. And I want you to say, yeah, but you took the gun cable and locked the cooler down. That's somebody, your kids will get your gun. My guns are in a tool safe. You know, when God made people with sense, that He didn't stop. He made a couple of them. And I'm fortunate to be one of them. But I just took this gun lock and I just locked my cooler and I threw the keys of it in my ashtray. And I done had a tugger already. I went there to Walmart one evening that was around dusk dark. And I noticed I keep that cooler naturally rise like this, got rubber feet on it, and it grips to that liner real good. But this particular day I went to Walmart during the evening and I came back to my truck and I noticed my cooler was cocked just like that. It was cocked up just like that. And I parked pretty close to the store too. And like I said, that cooler ride just like that, no matter how my wife drives it. I noticed the cooler, it didn't move. I drive it, especially when I drive it, it's mostly loaded. It's loaded down, so I know it won't move. But that little gun lock helped me out. This truck here got the 4.0 liter in it, automatic transmission. I call it fold on the fly. You know, you just turn your knobs. You ain't got to go out and do the wheel hubs and all that. But that's what I traded my 92 Ford F-150 on. And like I said, it's a 2002 Ford Ranger XLT. I plan to do a lot of mods on it, not as much as the Hummer, but you know, just some functional mods like tinting the windows, replacing the stereo system, stuff like that. And I'm still working on air tanks. And I'm gonna show y'all something. This air tank here. This is Bostich. I think that's how you pronounce it. This one of the little pancakes. And I kind of bought it. Well, this here ain't got but a gallon tank on it. And it's mostly for a brad nailer or airbrush gun, something I thought about getting into. And I saw it on eBay for cheap, so I bought it. And I never progressed in the airbrushing and nothing like that. Really, I just changed my mind. Didn't want to do it anymore. So my big air tank out in my shop went out. And this was the quotations up in there, big air tank. I think it's 15 gallon. The one I replaced it with is a 20 gallon. And it has a few issues, but I can use parts off that if I need it. And plus they are simple to fix, so I probably could get it fixed with a $10, $12 part off Amazon. I have fixed that one since then. It's ready to go. But like I say, I bought another one. But in the meantime, I bought this to just to have something to air tires with, because this one here can do it, but it's a 1 gallon tank and it takes a long time. I really now that I have this one, I kind of hate I got that one. But like I said, it ain't eat no grass. It can sit there the rest of its existence. I just blow out air filters with it. Like I said, it's for a brad nailer, so I can put it with my carpenter tools over there, and I won't have to bother it, and I can use my pancake. But this little air tank is so powerful. It's surprising how powerful it is. And I know this tank is made from 2 end caps of a big tank put together and pancaked. And it's amazing how much air pressure this thing holds. Like 150 pounds. I think it's written on top. Yeah, 150 pounds of air pressure, and it's a 6 gallon. I guess that's 2.6 horsepower or RPM. I don't know. But anyway, I guess that's the amperage of the motor. But this tank was a surprise, man. I had saw some in Harbor Freight, and I didn't think much about them. I like that, just like that. Small, and if I get me a small one, it's gonna be a D-Walk. Y'all heard my rant. I can get the parts and all that, which I bought this one. And when I got it home, it worked, but it didn't hold the air pressure. And I got to looking in it. First, I called the pawn shop that I bought it from, told them about it, and I took it back. So I told her, I said, I don't want to return this this air compressor. I said, I just want you to discount it enough where I can justify fixing it, because I do industrial mechanics. So y'all know that this kind of stuff I work on all day, every day. So I was like, if you could discount that tank low enough, I'll take it home and fix it. And it's a sale, win-win situation for both of us. I get the air tank, you get the room in your store. She was like, well, I can discount it. So we worked out a deal, and I brought it back to the house. When I got back home and tore it down and looked at it, I was thinking that it was the O-ring on the pressure line. Because if anybody know about these little tanks, all this little stuff here vibrates, and that little line right here has got an O-ring on it that goes out to start the leak. Well, I got to working on it. It wasn't the O-ring. It was the intake in the head, and the little one-way valve, the little flapper, had broken. So I went to eBay and I saw that the same company, Bostitch, it had Craftsman, I mean, it was just even DeWalt, about 15 different companies uses this same air compressor, just rebranded. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I am so caught up on tools and how they operate, rebranding. I get to see this every day, rebranding. Even the Black Max at Walmart is rebranded. Camel Haas Food, same. I mean, Porter Cable, Craftsman, you name it. They got the same identical setup, and only thing changes is the plastic. That's the only difference. But the motor, the everything is the same. Some of them may have a dual output, some of them may not. Other than that, and if you want a dual output, you can just buy it and screw it on there. And some of them may not. But these two companies out here rebranding. Now, if I bought that a D-Walk, it'd probably been $100 more than this Bostitch. If I'd bought this a Porter Cable, it'd probably been $50 less than this Bostitch. If I'd bought it at Craftsman, it probably would have been $75 more than the Porter Cable. I mean, and it's the same identical air tank. I tell you something you could do. If you're interested in buying a tool, Google got a way of, I call it kinship search. If you searching for something on Google, it's gonna pull up every product that's got the similar. It's gonna pull up every product that's similar to that product, and you can sit there in that search and learn a lot about these tools. Like I told y'all a while back, I got the checking and the Tecton tools, and Tecton at the time didn't offer a whole variety of ratchets and things that I was interested in. So I got to looking at gear wrench. And as soon as I pulled up gear wrench tools, I saw a lot of Duralast. And I bought me a couple gear wrench ratchets. And I got to looking at the gear wrench ratchets. They look just like the Duralast. So, and this D-Walk right here, this beloved D-Walk right here, I bet you any kind of money that this company got the exact same tank. It's just D-Walk rebranded. And I will give it to D-Walk. A lot of the problem areas that's on this tank, they'll upgrade it. It'll have a better part than what Boston should put in there. You take a company, if I tell anybody this, Some aftermarket parts are better than the OEM parts because you got to look at this. If Ford builds you a truck, they building you an entire truck. Okay, build that truck, and for that truck to sell, for them to make a profit, they got to take a shortcut somewhere. Okay, when you buy that vehicle, if it's the transmission, that's the shortcut. If all these Ford vehicles that you see, like the Ranger, I did research on it. Research on it is the transmission is the weakest point, and the timing chain on the 4.0. So they took a timing chain shortcut on the motor. They took a some kind of shortcut inside the transmission that caused failure. So if you go by a Hurst transmission to go back in there, Hurst only built that transmission. So they can build that transmission 100% quality because they're not trying to sell a $40,000 vehicle with that transmission in it. They just selling you that transmission. If you could buy a kit, more than likely, if it's a quality kit, it's gonna be better than the one that Ford put in there. Because of the reason why Ford billing you a $40,000 vehicle. If they put too much money into that $40,000 vehicle, that eats into their profits. And I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. You know, it's the truth. If you take a company that's building you a whole thing, a whole vehicle, or a whole house, it's a shortcut in there somewhere that's gonna give you problems. And if you get this one maintenance man to come in there, quality maintenance man, to come in there and fix that one problem, you got a nice house. And that's the same way it'll be with a vehicle. That's the same way it'll be with your air tank. You put a quality part back in there, you won't have no problem about it. But it's 31 minutes into this video. I haven't made a point. Yes, I did. I just made a point a while ago. So y'all got something out of this vehicle. It's instead of just staring at my toolbox, you got something out of this vehicle. It was something I wanted to share with y'all, but I can't think of it for the life of me. Now, one point I can make. People, you see this? I bought this side box here, this tool cart, to take out in the yard when I'm working on things, and I hung a bunch of stuff on there that falls off when I move it. And I don't know if I showed y'all, but we'll go over it. I don't think I showed y'all, but I made a few mods on this box. I hit this light before I drag it off. I'll just stick it on that box. Well, y'all know them it used to be cheap magnet rails that you find in Harbor Freight. They're no longer cheap anymore to me. $4 for something that was 99 cents a couple years ago. Now you pay $4 plus tax for it. And I had bought 4 of them, gave 2 away, and I kept 2 for myself. Well, I gave 1 away because I destroyed 1. No, I didn't. They come off the back of there. I must have given it away. I think I did. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I took this magnet and I put it on the back of the box. And this one right here got a serpentine belt to that it holds. And it holds good. I guess so. It's like 6, 7 magnets in there. So I'm pretty sure that. And I took the other one. I got this long. I think this is a 24-inch. I may be wrong. I think it's 24-inch. Pry bar from Walmart. It's the Hyper Tough. Rebranded, y'all. USA. Craftsman, Tecton, just to name a few. Got this same exact bar. And maybe just a little mod right there to hold my box. I mean my tools on my box. I was thinking of putting the magnet here and here, but I don't want to go all crazy. I don't want it to look like the Batmobile stuff falling off of it when I pull it outside. But that was functional. That was something I needed. I didn't have a home for that bar. It's too long for my drawers inside my box. Well, I could put them in the top where my sockets was. That's where I used to keep it. But I found out that was inconvenience to me because I had to move it every time I needed a socket off the back rail. And that serpentine belt too, probably could have fitted in there, but since I had the magnet and had the time, I just threw it in there. And I don't think I did nothing on this side here. Y'all saw the tube tray. And I think I put a magnet on it, just keep from clanking. Yep. And I keep my little air tank there just in case. I may need it in a pinch. It's already there. I got a power strip here. And I was thinking of moving it to there on my box. But that power strip there serves a lot of purpose. So I decided I may just put me one on there. And when I put it on there, it's got magnets on it, but I'm gonna bolt it. I'm gonna pull the drawers out the front and put me some bolts in it. One day I might get that bolt rivet machine, the little deal, and that way I can just drill a hole and rivet it with that bolt thread and bolt things up. And I may just do that, and then we'll do a video on it, show y'all how good those things are. I've seen people use them online, and they seem to work pretty well, and they hold up pretty good. So we might just grab one of those one day off Ebby when we ain't working on nothing and needing the money. I'll tell you another mod I'm going to make, and I didn't want to make it because of dragging this box ahead like that. Them straight wheels on the back kept me in line, especially like I'm going out of ramp. See, I ain't got the concrete like everybody else. I got a country boy pallet that I use for a step to get in my shack. And I got green grass out there that I got to roll this over. And I had the U.S. General Tube cart with the 4 swiveling casters on it, and that thing goes sideways. And sometimes I'm from going down a steep enough slope, it'll go all the way sideways and flip over. And I'm glad I reminded myself of that because I may not even touch it. I may just leave it just like it is. Because of that, when I pull this like a shopping cart, I don't want to have to chase it like I did my tube cart. I always had to chase it because the back wanted to outrun the front wanted to go see the back, all that kind of stuff. But still got it empty. I promise y'all I wasn't gonna put nothing in there, and it served its purpose. Every time I get ready to use my socket rail, I just put it over there. Yep, and I love the way that this socket rail lets me organize my tools in a way that is very, very functional. There ain't nothing here that I got to designate an area for. I can put this any way I want to. Right now I got the standards on one side, matrix on the other side, and when I get ready to use it, I just picked it up, put it in that box, so I used to take it outside. And this worked perfect for me. A lot of people see me struggling to get them sockets out there, like, but Osa Tools make one, and I appreciate it. I'm not bitching or bashing anybody for leaving a comment telling me stuff, because a lot of things that y'all leave in my comment, I take it and use it as advice. So I'm not bashing that. I'm just saying, don't think I'm struggling because I'm wiggling for a socket. I just didn't remember how to get it off and in a hurry, you know. So it'll come to me after I do about 1 or 2 hours. Say, oh man, just push it to the side, it fall off. You know, as long as you pulling up on it, you can't hardly get it off. And I kind of like it. It's to my advantage because I can stand this up and not dump all my sockets off. I took the ends of it and put them little bins in there so that this deal won't slide all the way off, you know. But it's no problem. Let me show y'all something on the little Ranger before we get into our 40 minutes of this video. And you just have to be wanting to watch something and look at this video, because I'm telling you, this is probably the most pointless video I ever made in my life. Come on, baby. One hand. I'm the man. Okay. I put my tickets, beloveds, in here. That bag, I'm finna go get it right now. My junkyard dog right here. This 2 bag. It goes in there too, and I'm actually gonna put them sockets into this bag. And when I go to the junkyard in the little truck to get parts, only thing I have to do for now is add wrenches because I have sockets. So that'll work. I got my little hammer over there underneath there. I ain't got a whole lot in this tube. I got a few screwdrivers because I need screwdrivers a lot. I always need screwdrivers, so I just said, well, let's just put some in there. Little WD-40, hand towel, hand cleaner, and some gloves, you know. Just a few things, gloves, so I can have that already in the truck, just in case I'm uptown. I mean, there's a lot of places on the vehicle that you need wrenches, but most of the time you don't hardly need a wrenches as much as you used to. Most of the things that you take out the vehicles now, you have to use a socket because you can't hardly get to them with a wrench. It's always something stuck off in a hole. So most times you with a socket. I may just grab, you know, one of these extensions and throw it on there to have it on there. But I don't want to load it down with no tools. I got a truck, that 92 Ford pickup out there that I drive to work every day. It's loaded down with tools, so I don't want to do that to the Ranger. A lot of time I take my Ford pickup if it's local. And if it's a local junkyard, I take it there and I use it to pull parts, and then everything already on it, and I got a tool bag inside it. So that's more convenient to have just that one truck. I can throw a jack on it and good to go. I don't want to pull up nowhere, like I said about my cooler. I don't want to pull up nowhere and forget them tools on there and don't lock that tool box and I lose my tool. I know when I'm in that gray truck, I know I had to lock that tool box because it's full of tools. And my little Ranger, I'm in and out. And yeah, but y'all leave me some comments down. Subscribe to my channel. Like, I love the comments, y'all. I mean, the more the merrier. And you see under my video, I respond to each and every one of them because I appreciate them, you know. But that's Shade T Mac, y'all, and I'm out.